for some relaxing and cozy games to play, but nothing seems to be hitting quite right? I've got some really good recommendations that might help solve that problem. Not only will I be talking about why a game is good, I will also be giving a few reasons why a game might not be the perfect fit for you. In case you do not know, hi, I'm Violet. I started playing cozy games from what feels like when I was born, but is actually closer to when I was about 5 years old. I'm a Twitch streamer, college student, and a fast food employee. You gotta pay that rent, you know? Like you, I absolutely adore games that go perfectly with curling up the couch with a warm blanket and comforting drinks after a long day. So here are some of my personal favorites in no particular order. Number 1 is Graveyard Keeper. Released in 2018, Graveyard Keeper is a darker themed cozy game where you take on the role of, as the title says, a graveyard keeper. You restore a church, craft your materials, and help the townspeople, all while working towards getting back home. The game is set to be based around games like Stardew Valley and the Harvest Moon series, so if you enjoy those, I would greatly recommend this game. This game has a really nice daily routine without feeling too restrictive like many farming games do. However, I would say this game is a little bit grindy, so if that isn't your thing, I would probably skip this one. For number 2, the game is Omori. If you guys haven't already played this game, you need to. Omori was released in 2020 and took many communities by storm. This game follows a boy working through his own internal battles while trying to cope with life. It is a turn-based game, so many battles play a little bit like Pokemon, minus the catching mechanic. The story also changes based on your actions, which gives it an insane amount of replay value. This game is definitely one of my top games, and it's kind of similar to Undertale if you enjoy games like that. However, if you aren't a fan of games depicting bad mental health, I think it personally does it very correctly, but if you don't enjoy that, I would definitely skip this game. Game number 3 is Slime Rancher 2. Back in 2016, the original Slime Rancher was released, and it was an amazing game. I laughed, I cried, and most of all, the slimes took a major place in my heart. Pretty recently, Monomi Park released a new game in the series, Slime Rancher 2. And guys, it is somehow better than the first. This is one of the few games that I have played live that got more than just one stream because it is so relaxing. This game is perfect to play after a long day at work when you're just wanting something to play that's cute, sweet, and not too challenging. Speaking of challenges, there is also a setting to remove the tar slimes, which basically puts the game in peaceful mode and also prevents your slime babies from being eaten. The only thing I can think of about being a con of this game is that the progress is kinda slow, so if you don't enjoy time commitments in games like in Stardew Valley, then this might not be the right game for you. However, I would definitely still recommend trying it out. Before we get to the last 2 games, it's shameless promo time. As I previously mentioned, I am Violet, a small content creator trying to survive the world of both dopamine addictions and real life. Any likes, comments, shares, subs, and follows help me so much to keep going and contribute to the development of my channel. My Twitch and TikTok are both shown above, and any support is greatly appreciated. Alright, thank you for sticking around, and now back to the video. Alright, so game number 4 is Ooblets. Ooblets was released in 2020 but wasn't released on many other platforms until 2022. This game is like if Pokemon and Stardew Valley had a child and made it 500 times cuter. I personally really like this game, and the mechanics are adorable and the gameplay is overall really fun. I mean, who wouldn't want to have their cute little Oob creatures doing dance battles in the streets of town? Honestly. One of my only complaints is the progression, which is definitely slow, and more serious gamers might not enjoy the art style because it is very cartoony. Alright, so last but not least, we have Strange Antiquities. If any of you know the game Strange Horticulture, this is the next installment of the series. Released in 2025, Strange Antiquities is a puzzle game where you help the townspeople with curses, cursing, and any other things that haunted antiques could help with. If you enjoy brain teasers and games where your actions matter, this is definitely a good game for you. I will say though, it does get a bit challenging at times, so if you don't enjoy that, then this might not be the perfect game for you. Also, there's a cat. You can pet the cat! 10 out of 10 game! What else could you ever ask for in a game? Alright guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you stay around for the next one. If you've enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow me on other platforms. Have a great day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!